Hello there! We are Team Scrummy Bears, here to present our final project deliverable, Deliverable number 10, completed through Salesforce. My name is Manasi Kulkarni, and here with me is Stav Sethi. This project was a semester-long initiative with Campus Kitchen UGA, a student-powered hunger relief program that serves the locals of Athens, Georgia. We have created 2 Salesforce communities in order for Campus Kitchen's executive team, volunteers, and employees to better track all of their donations and deliveries, as well as obtain insight about trends and opportunities to better serve the local community. We are so excited to demonstrate our prototype of the Salesforce community we have created. The Salesforce system is broken up into 3 components: the employee portal, the admin portal, and the developer environment. The admin portal is a Salesforce community that has a background with several plates, while the employee portal has the background of a frame. Additionally, the developer portal looks a little something like this. The reason that we decided to create separate portals for admins, employees, and developers is because there were certain components of the system we felt that only the admin team should be able to access. Separation of controls is crucial within any organization, and we felt that CKUGA should prioritize that when designing and implementing a system for their needs. There are 3 separate login links which are found in the user manual, and the login information is found in the manual as well. For simplicity purposes of this prototype, the login information for all of the portals are the same. If the system were to be actually implemented, each employee would have a separate username and password, and every member of the administrative team would have a separate login as well. Let's get started. The first portal we are going to cover is the employee portal. The functionalities for the employee portal were created based on a set list of use cases. Something to note about this portal is that the user cannot access any reports. Only the admin portal can access reports, which we will demonstrate at a later time. Out of all of these use cases listed in our product backlog, there are 4 use cases that relate to the volunteer portal. They are record food distribution, record food recovery, make record food recovery available through community, and make record food distribution available through community. For the record food distribution and record food recovery use cases, we knew we would need to create a way for CKUGA employees and volunteers to input data. In the past, CKUGA has used Google Forms and Sheets to input this data. However, integrating Google Sheets data into Salesforce would be too difficult to implement. In order to fix this impediment, we decided to create a Salesforce community that includes a way to record this data straight into Salesforce. The way this works is a CKUGA volunteer or employee accesses the portal and logs in. Once logged in, they can press on either Record Food Delivery or Record Food Distribution. Let's jump into the process of recording food recovery information. A user can press New to record a new weekly donation. They can add food donor name, date, food type, and weight as specified in the user requirements. After this process is done, they can click Save to save this information. The same thing can be done to record food distribution information. The user would press New and would be able to enter the food destination name, the date, and the weight. This way to input data automatically updates within Salesforce instantly after submitting and is superior to the Google Form way of recording food distribution and recovery information. Once you add it to the community, the other 2 use cases are satisfied as well, which were make food recovery and make food distribution. Now, Let's move on to the admin portal part of the project. This portal has similar functionalities to the employee portal. However, the admin portal also has reporting capabilities. The admin portal aspect of the project contains 8 of the project's use cases, which are the bulk of the project. Those use cases are manage food destinations, manage food donors, and allow us to generate the 4 reports, which are food distribution report, food recovery report, food category report, which is a component of the food recovery report, and finally, the client delivery report. The client delivery report also includes the 2 other use cases, which are record client deliveries, a temporal use case, and record missed deliveries. To manage food destinations and donors, a user needs to log in to the admin portal. Once logged in, they can press Manage Food Destinations in the navigation bar. Here, it is possible to create, read, update, and delete food destination records. To create a new record, the user needs to press New and enter in the food destination name. Let's enter in Athens Homeless Shelter. We can now click Save and the record will be shown in the list. Next, to update a record, the user needs to press on the arrow to the right and press Edit. Here we can change the name from Athens Homeless Shelter to Winder Homeless Shelter if necessary. We can also delete records using that same drop-down arrow as demonstrated. We can do this exact same process for Manage Food Donors. A user can create, read, update, and delete records for this page. Now, let's jump into the reports. We have created 4 reports for our project. Let's begin with our comprehensive food recovery report. We created this report to show food donor information grouped and subtotaled by food category and food donor. This allows us to see exactly what type of food each food donor has donated to CKUGA. This report is also filtered by dates. You can filter by a custom date range, and there you can enter your own start and end date to clarify the time frame of information you would like to see. At the bottom of the report, we added a grand total across all food donors and categories. We have also added the option to see a chart based on the report data by pressing the Toggle Chart button. The next report is going to be the food category report, which is similar to the last report. However, this time we only grouped and subtotaled by food category. Similar to the last report, you can press Custom, and there you can enter your own start and end date to clarify the timeline of information you would like to see. Something to note is that this specific report is only grouped by category. If you look at the bottom, you are able to see the grand total by food categories. We have also added the option to view the chart based on the report data. Here, we can visually see exactly how much of each food category has been donated to CKUGA. For example, raw food in our data consists of 61.2% of all food donated. This data is invaluable to CKUGA and can help them in making informed decisions. After that, we will move on to the food distribution report. The goal of this report is to see the food destinations and the total weight in pounds for each destination. This report is filtered by dates as well. You can press Custom, and there you can enter your own start and end date to clarify the time frame of information you would like to see. Something to note is that this specific report is only grouped by destination. If you look closely, you can see the subtotal of each individual destination as well as the grand total at the bottom. We have also created a chart that allows us to visually see and compare the weights delivered to each food destination. For example, CKUGA delivered 154 pounds of our daily bread in the designated time period. Last but not least is the client delivery report. Within this report, there are two additional use cases required, known as record client deliveries, a temporal use case, and record missed deliveries. Record client deliveries is supposed to automatically create a record based on the delivery schedule. The record should be created for each client at 6 p.m. based on the delivery day. Delivery status also needs to be set to delivered automatically. The other use case, record missed deliveries, was supposed to be able to allow the user to select a customer and date, which would allow the user to edit the record's delivery status from delivered to missed or redone. These two use cases required utilizing a class called Apex. We knew that in order to accomplish this, we had to create a flow and use an Apex class to pass the delivery day as a parameter to the flow. However, due to certain resource constraints, we were not able to successfully implement the temporal use case within our Salesforce community. Nevertheless, we still succeeded to create the report and will demonstrate that next. To access this report, you have to visit the CKUGA admin portal page. On the navigation menu, make sure to click Client Delivery Report. This report includes the delivery date, client name, route ID, meal type, bag only, meals to report, and delivery status. It also has subtotals for delivered, missed, and redone deliveries. Furthermore, the report has total meals delivered as the sum of meals delivered and redelivered. You can also specify the date range for this report similar to previous reports. That sums it up with the admin portal and the 8 use cases associated with it. The last component of the project is the Salesforce developer environment. The developer environment includes one of our user stories in the project backlog, Create Database Schema. A CKUGA admin can also access the developer environment to view, modify the objects and the fields that were created. In order to access the developer environment, the admin needs to visit login.salesforce.com and log in with the username and password that is mentioned in the user manual. Here, the admin and the developer can view all of the objects that were created on the tabs of the navigation bar. You can click on food donors, weekly donations, and etc. To access the database schema that was created for the system, you can press Setup and search Schema Builder. Here, the database will be shown with objects, fields, and relationships. If an admin or developer needs to make any changes to the database, it is possible to do so through this schema. Looking back at all of our lists of use cases, you can see that we have covered each of them individually. This concludes the prototype video for our final project, Deliverable 10. We hope you got a clear understanding of CKUGA and the system that we developed for them. Thank you for watching.